and welcome back to the latest episode of When Sunday Comes. Joining me to discuss the latest results in the MGB SFL are Danny and David. Welcome, guys.
Happy to be here.
Hi.
Plenty of exciting games this week, guys.
Very much so.
And lots of goals too.
Coming up, we have both League and Cup action, and later on, an interview with former Hendon manager David Garbus. But firstly, let's check out a dramatic cup game between Bioman Ha and Mill Hill Dons.
All right, Adam Ellis, how does it feel to be the first Jewish player to get 5 goals in a game this season?
You know, it's great from a selfish point of view. Always love to score, but more importantly, you know, we progressed through to the next round in the Cup. Looking forward to hopefully getting a big team. Really enjoyed it, obviously looking for a Cup run as much as the league this season. So just really happy for the team and looking forward to the next round.
Are there any clubs you want to play in the next round?
Ooh,
any particular?
I'd say Los Blancos because my brother manages them. I thought Blancos will be a good time.
That'd be a good time.
That'll be a good time. I think they're going all the way to Wingate this season.
I noticed you made quite a few changes for the match today. Do you think, looking back on it, do you think you would have done that again?
Yeah, no. It's important. We've got a big squad. We've got I believe 30 boys. We've got to give everyone a chance. I've got to give people a chance to work themselves into the team. Even though the result wasn't great, there was some decent performances out there and people that would have stuck in my mind to the next game. It's all a learning process. You've got to take some bumps in the way, and it's fortunate that a bump like this has happened in a cup game instead of the league game, because ideally we really want to work towards promotion this season.
So guys, let's discuss the first cup game between Bioman Ha and Mill Hill Dons. A dramatic 6-2 win. David, you were at the game, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I thought the Dons started very well. They went 1-0 up deservedly, but then I think after they went 1-0 up, they went to sleep a little bit. They lost their fight. They were less intense, and Bioman Ha got back into it a little bit. And I think the goals came from a bit of individual brilliance from Adam Ellis, really, more than anything. So I think the game was a bit scrappy overall, and I think Adam Ellis was really the difference between them.
And Danny, what was your favourite goal from Adam Ellis? And you know, being a keeper yourself, could the keepers have done anything about any of those goals?
I think if we're being overly critical, the keeper for the first 2 goals, Oliver Birchall, for me he was a little bit too close to his near post and he left the far post. The angle for both the goals was fairly acute. So I would have liked to seen him a bit more central. Both very good finishes by Adam. I'm a big fan of his. First met him in Berlin at the European Maccabi Games. And he's for me, one of the top players in the league. Very single-minded when he's in and around the penalty area. And yeah, 5 goals to his name. Lots of clubs were in for him over the summer, and it's a big coup for Bioman Ha.
And David, 3-1 up at half-time. Could Mill Dons have done anything better to get back in at the second half?
Well, I think they did. I think they started the second half a lot better. They won a penalty early on in the second half. They converted it, and I think until the final 10 minutes, anyone was really in it. It could have gone either way. But I think once again, Adam Ellis just produced some brilliant finishes, and there's also a few other individual bits of brilliance from a couple of the passes and dribbles in the build-up. But I think it was a very close game, a very scrappy game. It was a meeting between two Division 2 clubs, so I don't think there's as much collective quality. But I think, yeah, overall, I think Mill Hill Dons did well, but I think Adam Ellis was really the difference.
Now for the second game of the show, between Faithfold B and Catford and Bromley.
How do you feel the season's going so far?
Well, look, we started well in the league, like last year, 2 out of 2. I mean, you'll see from the highlights today should have been 10, 12. I think they're flattered by 3-0. But we used the squad and we got good hopes. We've got 20 odd good players. And the clean sheet today is good. Looking forward to next week.
And your hopes for this season?
We're looking for top 2 minimum. We feel we could really push for the title this season. Let's see what happens.
Who are you looking at this season as your main challenges?
No one. We take every game as it comes. We treat everyone with the same respect. You know, at this level, if you don't turn up with the right attitude, you're going to lose. So every team's on an even keel, and we've got to take every game as we mean to go on.
Danny, how have Catford and Bromley done so far this season?
Well, they'd won their first game prior to this, and Jeff Gotch has put together a really strong team this year. Last year, they started well and tailed off towards the end over the second half of the season. I think it's important. He's got strength in depth this year, and he's mentioned Alex Jacobs, who scored the opening goal. He was a game changer for Catford in the game, and they really pressed home their advantage in this game.
And David, any standout goals this week?
I don't think so much standout goals. I think the goalkeeper could have done a bit better with most of them. I think there were a few where he was a bit slow to get down and fumbled one as well. So I think the goals definitely could have been stopped, and there were a few more errors in this game.
And Faithfold failed to score this week. Were there any chances where maybe perhaps they could have scored?
Well, last year they had Richard Fogelman, who's nicknamed Schnitzelman. He's obviously a big loss. He's mulling over his future. Again, lots of clubs in for him. I don't know if he'll play Masters football or stay in Division 2, but they really need someone like him because the goals look to have dried up otherwise.
Thank you to both Joshua Bloom and Benji Weinberger, who sent us in to review a debate going on between the Lions Whites and Lions Blue as to which one of them scored the goal. Now, David and Danny, you've both had a look at this goal. Danny, we'll start with you. Who do you think scored the goal?
So I'm going to give the goal to Benji Weinberger. It was a beautifully delivered left foot corner, curling in. I think it beat the keeper. and it crossed the line before Josh Bloom got the final touch.
I'd actually have to disagree with you there. I think Josh Bloom got a little nick on it before it crossed the line, and I think he should have been given the goal there.
And Samantha, what do you think?
Well, controversial there, 1-0, so I'm going to have to settle this debate. I'm actually going to go with Josh Bloom. I think he got the last touch before it crossed the line. Thank you to North London Raiders, who sent us in your Goal of the Week contender. David, what did you think of the goal?
I thought it was an absolutely brilliant goal. I think in terms of the quality of the free kick, it was bent right in the corner, and then in terms of the timing as well, it was a last-minute equaliser to keep them in the cup, and then it actually went on and spurred them on to win the match. So I think overall it was a brilliant goal.
Danny, you spoke to former Hendon manager David Garbus earlier. Can you tell us a bit about what he was like as a manager?
So David's very passionate about his football, very knowledgeable. He inherited a very strong Hendon team from Jonathan Kestenbaum, and David wears his heart on his sleeve on a Sunday morning when he's managing. He won the double treble, and I think it was 9 trophies in 6 seasons. So Hendon dominated the Peter Morrison Trophy under David. They played some brilliant football, scored early goals, which is a trait of the team, and were very strong from front to back.
Lots of memories, all of them good. The outstanding one has to be the 6-6 draw against Redbridge in the quarterfinal of the Cyril Annexton Cup. We were 4-1 down, 6-4 down in extra time with 2 minutes to go, came back to draw 6-6, 3-1 down in the penalty shootout, went through 7-6. John Jacobs' face was an absolute picture. Alex Rosenthal is a terrible trainer, always wants to go up front and goal hang, but he tends to be pretty consistent on the day. Also, Zach Lewis is someone who is a shocking trainer, but a fantastic finisher on a Sunday. Biggest joker, Ari Nevis is a big joker. Yoav Liebens with his long hair and his dreadlocks always likes to, make a few jokes before the games. Undoubtedly, Rafi Khan. If ever this guy was to be left on the bench, he would be moaning silly. It doesn't matter if we had Messi and Ronaldo playing in our team, we'd think he was worthy of his central midfield position. Fastest player, this is a joint between Dovey Fella, who's absolutely lightning when he gets going, but there's a chap called Mordy Weiler. I remember a game a few seasons ago, only played 2 games for us. He must have given the defender a 25-yard head start, and then he overtook him and then beat the goalkeeper to score one of the Hendon's most memorable ever goals. Yoav Kestenbaum wouldn't, if we had to meet at 9 o'clock for a 10 o'clock kickoff, he'd turn up at 9:45, be asleep for the first 20 minutes of the first half and then score a cracking winner in the 75th minute when he finally wakes up. This is stretching back a few years now, but Avidan Last was a fantastic athletic goalkeeper whenever Russell might get injured or something like that and we didn't have a reserve keeper. Avidan, fantastic keeper. Best player I've ever managed, that is Avi Corman again. He can play anywhere, but he's an absolute dynamo midfield, especially, real engine room of the team, and he's a fantastic asset. Sulking, actually, but either getting the smoked salmon bagels, taking my dog for a walk, but I think that assuming that Hendon's games don't get called off, I might sort of be conspicuously seen there in the background, especially if they're at Hadley. I can sort of sit at the back of the stand. The camaraderie, the Jewish identity, the passion, the shocking mistakes, the fantastic goals, and the banter after the games. I think I've got the freezing Hendon, haven't I? Yes, I think I would have had to have won the treble for that, and unfortunately that wasn't to be, but who knows what might happen in the future.
And this week's champagne moment goes to Bioman Ha for their reaction for this offside goal.
I don't know why you wanna treat me this way. Mark him. Wait, we've got one. Away. Jordan. And then good effort.
Only a few games, Danny, but how's the league table shaping up?
Very early days. Brady Maccabi are top of the Premier Division, although they've played more games than their rivals. In Division 1, Los Blancos leading the way, looking very strong and scoring lots of goals. And in Division 2, Fairlop FC look like the team to beat, although Catford and Bromley could be the dark horses there.
And that's it for now. Thank you very much, David. Thank you, Danny, for joining me. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share your football clips using the hashtag WhenSundayComes. We'll see you next time.